Carol.
Carol. Good evening. So I'm filling in. Yes, it's not. It's the. Oh. Yeah, my hair went away. Anyway, this meeting is being held in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Notice of this meeting was provided in the annual notice of meetings published in the Union County Local Source and the New York Star Ledger on January 12, 2023. Said notice was posted in the municipal building, and as required by law, a copy of this notice has been available through the office of the Borough of the Clerk. All contracts awarded by mayor and council must be complied with the Affirmative Action Act, PL 1975.C.127. Fire exits are located in the directions I am indicating. If you're alerted for fire, please move in a calm, orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. Proper notice of this has been given to the Borough Clerk and is directed to include the statement in the minutes of the meeting. Could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Present.
Acting Mayor Signorello.
Here.
Councilman Rabina.
Here.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
And Mayor Signorello will be absent tonight. You have a quorum, Mayor.
Now I'd like to, the prayer, please.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There are no communications for consideration this evening. And we will have a proclamation for the proclamation for Hometown Heroes Initiative from Councilman Johnson.
Everyone, please, whoever's here for the Hometown Hero, please join us on the stage. That's you too, Rupin, director. Good evening, everybody. I'm just super stoked and happy to be presenting this recognition. So, dear members of the Borough of Roselle Park, I wanted to take a moment to express my heartfelt appreciation to all those involved in the Hometown Heroes endeavor for honoring our local military residents who has served our community and country. Your dedication to recognizing their contributions is truly inspiring. By shining a spotlight on our hometown heroes, you have not only paid tributes to their selfless service, but also reminded us of their immense sacrifices made by our military personnel. Your efforts have united our community in gratitude and admiration for their bravery and commitment. Thank you for creating such a great platform that celebrates our local hometown heroes. I just wanted to bring Roger up here so I don't. He came to me. He came to me with this, telling me he was creating a nonprofit organization and that he needed the borough help. I also, I'll leave it. I'll let him take over from here because he could explain better with the timeline than me jacking up everyone's names and who should be recognized. So,
thank you. Well, yeah. So he made the mistake of giving me the mic. See if I can go simple and easy on this. This is a fun story. It's a great story. I think it's a story that maybe we should all really believe in. It started after movie night, I think. Last movie night, we were all getting together after we were cleaning up the shop. Football guys were all working in. And Richie came to me. Richie, get over here. Richie came to me, and he's like, Rod, you know, you see all these banners in these other towns of the hometown heroes. I'm like, oh, that seems like pretty cool. Well, why don't we have them here? Oh, we should Pavel, get over here. You, come here. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Well, you know anything? Have you seen these things? So the three of us, right, kind of create a spearhead, okay? And, well, let's just talk to everybody we know, and let's see how we can make this actually happen, right? And so, you know, from there, that's where everything really took off. And I could tell you there were a couple of spots where I started getting very, very frustrated in the beginning, right? I got really frustrated. We were up there. I wasn't putting the website together, and then Pavel comes in and just fixes it. Boom, right? I wasn't getting a hold of enough people on other groups that I don't know. Richie comes in and just fixes it, right? It was awesome. It was great. And then I sat down at an RP, Roselle Park Diversity and Inclusion Committee meeting, and I sat down, and where is he? This man happened to be at the meeting. Thank God this man was at the meeting. John, get over here. And I told him, I'm like, you know, I've only got like 10 guys on this site. And he goes, what? That's crazy. I'm on it. And the marketing machine, the contact machine that is the Anthony Signorello Center went to work. And it was, I was saying, look, we want to get them up by Memorial Day, but I'm hoping that maybe we'll at least have 20 banners up, right? And we had 20 done in a week from just him getting started. And what ended up happening by Memorial Day, we had more than 80 set ready to go by Memorial Day. Obviously, we have to order them before then, so we didn't get them all up and going. We've got over 111 on site now. Wow. So the point that I'm trying to make is that it just took a matter of, like, you know, when are we going to do, how can we do this, how can we actually reach people, and knowing the right folks to just reach out and say, hey, we can make this happen if everybody just pulls together to do the right thing. And then the final real piece that came in, I went in, I'm doing the numbers, I'm crunching it, I'm like, I don't know if I can afford this, I don't know if it's going to work, I don't know where to get these things. I'm like, how do we actually get them up on the poles and get that work? And then this man, get over here, Rupin, the man who knows how to make things happen in this town, came in here, right, and made it happen in the town, right? Knew where we were going to get the brackets, knew where we were going to get the banners, knew where we were going to get everything all put together and get done and set up and finished. And so it's working. And so I would say it's great. We did a very good job. We all pulled together. Thank you for everybody that put in. I didn't mention how Pat came in with us. It's part of the Boy Scouts, because I'm trying to make this shorter. But and I know I was going to miss something. This is why Greg gave me the microphone, right? But we had so many people that we were reaching out and pulling from to help, right, that made such a big difference for us. The only thing I can say at this point is it's an ongoing process, right? I think the banners look great. I think everybody who's been up and down the town would say, hey, the banners look great, okay? There's more coming. We've got more we can put up. We need, you know, we still need the money, guys, right? And we still need donations. Anybody who's there, you always need the money, right? Thank you, Rupin, for making it so that we don't need as much money as that we needed. We thought we did, and because man's great at running a budget. But yeah, that's the whole point. What I'm trying to get to is that if we get together and we all pull together, we can always get it done when we want to do the right thing. Yes, yeah. And I want to say thank you to everybody here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We are stronger together. Thank you very much. I also want to say a special thank you to Joe Petrowski, who stepped up as the elect. I know everyone tried to reach out to me as the sitting veteran on the dais, but I had a death in my family, and I just wanted to let you know that I got a recognition award for you, too. I appreciate you stepping up and having my back. Thank you, Joe. Let me give this to the mayor.
So I've been involved with a lot of organizations, this and that, over the last 30, 40 years, but I got to say, And I don't want to undermine a lot of stuff, but I do believe this is one of the nicest projects that's gone on in a while. And then we are going to be doing the sidewalks eventually July, and it just helps to get the ball rolling in downtown. But just a beautiful job, and it's definitely a positive for the Borough of Roselle Park. Thank you.
Yeah, as soon as I heard about it, I thought it was a great thing. I want to thank the people that got the thing going. All of you. We all chipped in. We got it going. And as the son of a veteran, which my father was in the Korean War, I'm proud when I see his picture up on Chestnut Street, and I'm sure, Mayor, you feel the same thing about your father. So, and all the other ones, and Councilman, it's great seeing your picture up there. Okay. But,
Who is that guy?
yeah. But, yeah. But it was very nice, and I got a lot of compliments from people telling me it looks great. And like Rod said, there's more to come. So when they all come up, then it'll be good. But I see them all over the county, even up in Pennsylvania, I see it. The town my father was born and raised in, they have it all over there. So, it's a great feeling, like that. So I want to thank the people that got it. And Councilman, thank you.
Thank you. And the founder, let him speak.
Hello, everyone. I just want to accept this on behalf of all the veterans. I mean, the way that the town came together, Rod, Pervel, everybody. I mean, my friends are up here, Darwin, Leo, Marine Corps vets right here. I mean, everybody. My son's a veteran. Mayor, council, thank you so much. I mean, this is great. On behalf of the veterans, thank you.
Thank you very much. Mayor, you want to close this out?
I'm reading them off.
Sure. I already started passing them
Oh,
out.
all right, just pass them out. You got to get somewhere too, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, you can.
All right, who I got? That's okay, who I got?
Roselle Park.
For the Roselle Park Recreation Committee. Oh, Tina. All right, I thought Tina should have you up here. Thanks, Tina. You got it, Tina. For the Diversity and Inclusion Committee. There he is. Mark, thank you. Boy Scout Troop 56. Thank you very much, guys. Roselle Park Youth Football League. Who's taking this? It's going to be one of the three of us. Let's go. All right, Pavel, we'll get it to the boss. We'll get it to Troy. All right. Councilman Joseph Petrosky, thank you so much for your hard efforts. You got it. Thank you. No, you got it. John Ranieri. Completely impossible to do this without you. Thank you. Rupin Shah, absolutely. Man who made it work. Thank you so much.
Good job, guys.
Thanks a lot. Oh, don't forget Pavel. Did I mention enough times? Does everybody understand that the computer doesn't happen unless he makes it happen? That the website doesn't happen unless he makes it happen? That's the truth. There's your facts. Sure. All right, get a quick one.
May I have a motion to approve the meeting's minutes pending any corrections?
So move.
All in favor?
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Follow this.
30 seconds. All right. I need a little more light over here. But, all right.
All right, we have a motion, need a second.
Second.
And then this way.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. May I have a motion the bills and payroll be not read and passed for payment?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now, may I have a motion to open the public portion on agenda items only?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If you'd like to speak, yeah, thank you. Thanks, Andrew. Keep me honest. If you'd like to speak, please come up forward. I was going to do that when someone come out. Forward to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. May I have a motion to close the public portion on agenda items only?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So now I'd like to get the reports of department heads. So, Rupin, today's your birthday, so why don't you come up first? Happy 25th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, Mayor. On Monday, May 29, we had 35 groups and organizations participate in our annual Memorial Day Parade and service. Thank you to all who participated, including Newark Mounted Police, motorcycle and mounted units, Roselle Park Police Department, Union County Police Rescue Vehicles, American Legion Post 60, Grand Marshal Victor Fuzo, Mayor and Borough Council, Town Crier, Middle School Marching Band, Church of the Assumption, Knights of Columbus, and Catholic War Veterans Post 866, Community United Methodist Church and Preschool, Boy Scout Troop 56, Cub Scouts Pack 56, Board of Education, Casano Central Association, Aldine School PTO, Roselle Park High School Marching Band, Roselle Park Girl Scouts, Costa's Restaurants, RP Salon, Union County Celtic Festival, Robert Gordon Elementary PTA, Elementary School Band, Roselle Park High School SAS Club, Roselle Park Soccer Club, Sherman School PTA, Roselle Park Youth Baseball and Softball League, Roselle Park Panthers Soccer Club, Jersey G-Flow, the Roselle Park Diversity Inclusion Committee, Roselle Park Republican Committee, Roselle Park Fire Department, and Roselle Park Department of Public Works. Special thanks to Kate Mahan Rubino, John Ranieri, Faith Odat, Jonathan Silberlight, and the students from the SAS Club for volunteering their time to help organize this event. Just a reminder on our upcoming events, Saturday, June 3rd, which is this Saturday. Hopefully, if the weather goes good, then we're going to have the annual Pride flag raising ceremony at the library at 12 o'clock, followed by ice cream social. On June 20th, we're going to have the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission visiting the borough. Right now, we have 40 residents who had signed up for it. We still have 10 spots, so those who are looking to get the real ID or renew their license or registration, please visit our Facebook page and sign up and reserve your spot. On Saturday, June 24th, we're going to have the annual bike clinic and tour the Roselle Park. And on Saturday, July 1st, the borough will be hosting annual Independence Day celebration and fireworks. The event will include food trucks, games, inflatables, and much more, including live music by the Purple Shadows. Festivities will begin at 5 p.m. and the fireworks will begin at dusk after the flag raising ceremony. I just want to recognize those who has sponsored this year's event. Gold sponsor, the County of Union, Brickwater Treatment and Wellness Corporation, and bronze sponsors, Neglia Engineering Associates, JCT Solutions, Colliers Engineering Design, and Suburban Disposal. That concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions for Rupin? Thank you, sir. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Rich, come on up, Rich.
Good evening, everyone.
Rich.
Mr. Mayor de Jour,
As I do every month, this is my construction code report for June 1st, 2023. So for the month of May, the number of permits that were issued were 160. Total revenue through the end of May is $547,828. So we are nearly up to our anticipated revenue figures for the entire year. One more month and we will probably surpass it. Sewer connection fees year-to-date, $4,005. COA development fee, $2,140. The number of uniform construction code violations for the month of May was 18. I want to elaborate on that in a second. Property maintenance enforcement action, 32 court dispositions, fines year-to-date $17,756. 70 violations for the month of May, and I want to revisit that as well. 18 court summonses were issued. I am concerned, okay? I've been here 2 years, a little over 2 years, full-time. Have been involved in Roselle Park on a part-time capacity, full-time capacity since roughly 1999, okay? On several, in several different functions, I like to say. That is the most violations I have ever seen, and it concerns me. We're chasing our tails upstairs. Our property maintenance officers are running around like a chicken with their head chopped off, quite frankly. And even on the uniform construction code side, it's concerning because I'm starting to see more of it. Now, sometimes it is cyclical. You do find a few more violations in the spring specifically. People are getting out, they're starting to do things. So when I started here, I embarked on an education program for the citizens, and those documents are on our website for them to look at. Do I need a permit for this? Or what is the requirement for high grass? Is 6 inches too high? That's all on the website. And we also have hard copy handouts. So, I'm pleading with the citizens, if they have any questions, just call my office, because I don't want to see these numbers this high. That is very, very high. So you got to figure the 70 violations. Out of the 70 violations, there were a tremendous amount of summons that were just issued on that the last couple of days. So the court's going to be very busy again next month with our violations.
So, Rich, a question, because we had, and we entertained, I think the clerk said business administrator, that we had 175 new residents move in like the last time. Is it these 175 that don't know, or is it just, it's all over the map here?
We have a lot of repeat offenders.
Yeah.
On the Uniform Construction Code side, some of the violations, I had one today which was absolutely mind-blowing to me. I've been in this business 30 years. I've never seen anything like this. And I don't want to elaborate on that at this point, but it is a concern, what I'm seeing. The town, for the most part, looks very, very good. People take care of their properties. But, these repeat offenders, and some of them are absentee landlords, quite frankly. As far as the new residents, we do try to work with them when they come in. We really do, especially if they're not from New Jersey. So they understand what our regulations and what our ordinances state in Roselle Park.
Rich, could you elaborate a little bit more on the violations without getting into specifics? These aren't all just grass cutting violations. What other types of violations are we seeing?
Illegal multifamilies.
Okay.
Which has been a problem since I've been here. I've been trying to address those pretty aggressively, to be quite honest with you. Work completed without permits is another one. A lot of times we'll pick up on these when we do our CO inspections. So, and that's an ongoing thing. I mean, that's every week we're hitting that. Really the property maintenance part of it, whether it's high grass and weeds or trees or all that, it seems to be accelerating. And it shouldn't be accelerating this time of the year. It should actually be decreasing. So that is a red flag to me when I see 70 property maintenance violations for the month.
Are we finding that it's a majority of senior citizen homes or just?
No, I would say the majority of it is multifamily dwellings.
Okay.
Thank
you for your work and keep up the good work in your department.
Okay, let me just finish up here real quick, Mayor.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No. So we are, I plan on completing a review for completeness of a zoning application tomorrow. So We should be able to schedule that specific application for DRC on the 14th of this month. That application's for amended site plan for 16 East Lincoln Avenue. They want to relocate the generator from next to the building to the property line. So, obviously, that will trigger amended site plan, and they're eliminating one parking space as part of that as well. So if there's nothing else, if anybody has any questions?
I do. Any update on, there's a home on West Lincoln Ave by the high school? I don't know if you followed up on that, or Andrew has any updates, information on that regarding property maintenance?
Right behind the high school.
Right behind the high school.
Right
Right
behind.
next to the high school.
My understanding is a summons has been issued to the property for failure to register as a vacant property. But I don't
Have we heard from, it was HUD, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have
Yeah.
you heard back from them? Have they responded back?
I don't know, speaking to you right now, but I can tell you that code enforcement has been pursuing HUD as the person or the entity that has failed to maintain the property.
Okay.
So I have no other meaningful update for you.
All right.
Anything else?
Anything else from Rich? Thank you, Rich.
You're welcome.
Paul? Paul, it looks like you got to get home, get a good night's rest tonight.
Mayor, if I could just say, we were just talking with Councilman Johnson. Anyone who is here for the Hometown Heroes, if you don't want to stay, you certainly can stay if you all want to. But we just wanted to let you know, you can have a great night if you want to. Or you can stay here.
Young mayor usually say that, that's all.
You're right. You go home and do your homework or something like that, whatever. Well, thank you. Paul, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor, Council, Borough Representatives, and residents of Roselle Park. I always like to go over my staff so you know how we are staffed during the course of a week. Currently, we have one superintendent, that's me, one clerical, one mechanic, two shade tree operators. One is still on light duty. It seems like he's week to week right now on light duty. Hopefully, we can get him back to full capacity real soon. Two operators, two Class 2 laborers, and three Class 1 labor. One of our one class labor has been out on disability and may be out until July sometime. I'm going to report on two sewer issues that we've recently have. One was a stormwater issue that occurred today, actually, and another one was a sanitary sewer that happened the other night. Today on East Colfax, part of the East Colfax Road Improvement Project, while milling the road on...
West Colfax, Paul.
I'm sorry,
Just so there's
you're
no
right,
confusion.
West Colfax. Wow, I said that like multiple times. West Colfax and Elm Street, we had a small section of road collapse into the culvert that runs essentially under the sidewalk, but at the street area. While they were milling, it collapsed. We were called to the site. We did contact Colliers since they're managing the project, to deal with it. They're sending out an inspector tomorrow to see what the issue is, why it collapsed, and how we can repair it. There is currently a plate over that area, a steel plate. So if anyone's curious, that's the reason. There is a portion of that section, that intersection, that didn't get paved today because of this incident. Sanitary sewer issue. Over the last several months, we've had repeated calls for sewer backup on the 600 block of Sherman Avenue, most recently this past Sunday and Tuesday morning. Both times we dispatched a crew along with our jet vac to determine if the issue was a main sewer line or laterals from the house. Excuse me. Once the crew arrived and opened the manhole, they quickly determined that the problem was within the main sewer, and this was for almost essentially every time we've been there. On Tuesday, I was called out there to evaluate the situation. While jet vacuuming, we were pulling back a lot of dirt and rocks, which was a clear indication that there was a breakage in the pipe. At that point, Andrew and I discussed getting an emergency crew out there to camera the system. Once we did, we couldn't get beyond 80 feet of that line, which is probably 400 feet. And we were able to locate a blockage, which once they started digging, essentially was a collapse in the sewer line. They worked overnight to repair it. They repaired about a 16-foot section, 12 to 16-foot section of it, and filled the hole with gravel or QP at this point. It's going to stay that way for a week or two to let the ground settle. That ground was really, really saturated because the overflow from the sewage was getting into the dirt. So we're going to let it settle, and then we're going to concrete. There is a concrete base in there. We're going to reestablish the concrete base and then do an asphalt finish on top. As we discussed at the site, Andrew and the mayor, we're going to do a paved job, I think, curb to curb in that area. Just quickly on potholes, I know there's a ton of potholes we still need to get to. We're gonna get to it. Grass we're just moving along, and garbage recycling, vegetation in bulk. East side garbage collections every Tuesday and Friday. West side Monday and Thursday. Recycling will be picked up every Wednesday, alternating weeks with paper products and commingling bottles, cans, and plastics. Vegetation pickup on the east side is Thursday and Friday on the west side. Speaking of, there was a lot of vegetation missed today on the east side, so I will deal with that tomorrow morning. And a townwide bulk pickup on the east side is Thursday, June 15th, and June 16th on the west side. That concludes my report.
Where was the vegetation, Paul? I didn't hear you. Where?
Oh, on the east side.
East side?
Yeah, didn't really there was a lot of vegetation that didn't get picked up. I saw the truck circulating this morning, but they just didn't get to everything.
Anybody have anything for Paul?
Yeah, any update on the raised beds for the Sensory Garden? Are they going in this week? Because the plants that were handed over from Robert Gordon, they're starting to die.
Yeah, if with a little luck, maybe tomorrow, actually.
I was just saying, I know you got a lot on your plate with
Yeah.
the...
No, I was actually thinking about it for tomorrow morning, because I spoke to one of my guys, one of the operators, about getting the dirt over there tomorrow, so I think we could probably do it tomorrow morning.
All right, cool. Thank you.
So you've been down 2 bodies for a couple weeks now, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit longer, yes. Thank you.
Anything else for Paul?
Mayor, if I could, just having been out on the 600 block of Sherman, I want to thank the residents of the 600 block of Sherman Avenue, who were incredibly patient, not only over the last several months, but just that night. I don't think we had any issues. People moving their cars and understanding what was going on, and it was a very loud operation into very late hours. So I just want to express thanks for the cooperation and working together. Hopefully, we've alleviated that issue there going forward. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Coach Ranieri.
Good evening. I'd like to thank Acting Mayor Signorello and Town Council for giving me the opportunity to provide a brief update. The goal of the Recreation Department is to meet the recreational needs of our community. As part of our department's effort to meet these needs and expand community services, our department provides a wide range of programs. I would first like to congratulate Mayor and Council, Rupin, DPW, the RPPD, the RPFD, and everyone else who contributed to the Memorial Day Parade. It was an amazing event and displayed the borough's pride in honoring our fallen veterans on Memorial Day. Membership and recreation, we currently have over 500 recreational members. Homework and aftercare, we currently have 164 members daily. We're transporting 85, and we're escorting 54 students daily. We've recently added our recreation department's calendar to the borough's website. Borough of Roselle Park, click calendars, click recreation department. The ASYC has recently hosted or planning to host the following: Girl Scout meetings, Cub and Boy Scout meetings, Parents' Night Out, the end of the season recreational sports nights, recreation committee meetings, diversity and inclusion meetings, public affairs and community event meetings, hometown hero committee meetings, the Robert Gordon 5th grade luncheon, PTA meetings, the Roselle Park High School senior parent meetings, diversity inclusion events, and the DMV events, to name a few. The Recreation Department is currently offering the following spring programming: middle school, high school, and adult fitness, high school and adult basketball, middle school and high school adult volleyball on Tuesday nights at 6:15 in the ASYC, girls basketball 3rd through 5th and middle school on Wednesdays, girls wrestling on Thursdays, boys basketball 3 to 5, and middle school on Fridays. We're in the process of finalizing our summer recreational department programming. To that end, The Recreation Department is excited to present its Rec Riders Summer Program, designed for kids in grades 4th through 8th who are able to ride their bikes to the location. This program offers a fun and engaging summer experience filled with organized intramural sports, games, and activities. The program is designed to provide a safe and enjoyable environment, encouraging physical activity, socialization, independence, and personal growth daily between 10 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. for a nominal fee. More details to follow. Please register at rosellepark.net. At Recreation, click Rec Desk. As always, you can contact the Recreation Department at recreation@rosellepark.net with any questions or concerns. That completes my June Recreational Department update. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I have nothing. Keep up the good work, Coach.
Thank you.
John, I don't know how you do it, but you continue. It's a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Good evening.
Chief.
Acting Mayor, Council, good evening. So I submitted my monthly report for May. Hopefully you all received a copy of it. Good, okay.
Yep.
One of the things that I didn't add in there, and I kind of wanted to tell you in person, I wanted to commend a few of my officers for a job well done that they did a short time ago. And one of those officers received an award for Officer of the Year through the CIT New Jersey Excellence Award. Officer of the Year, and CIT is a crisis intervention program that the state of New Jersey hosts with the ARRIVE program that the AG's office pushed out. So the Officer of the Year is Officer Jessica Cambronero from the Roselle Park Police Department, is a 2022 CIT NJ Center of Excellence Law Enforcement Officer of the Year. On Thursday, November 10th, 2022, Officer Cambronero and Officer Valente, Detective Polikowski, and now Lieutenant DeSano of the Roselle Park Police Department responded to a report of a subject threatening suicide by wanting to jump in front of a train at the Roselle Park train station. When Officer Cambronero arrived, she immediately identified the subject in crisis from past interactions. The subject was standing on the eastern side of the train station, holding a knife at his side and threatening suicide, yelling, "I didn't mean to hurt her. I hope she's okay." Officer Cambronero immediately began to communicate with the subject using her de-escalation skills learned during her time in the Union County CIT and New Jersey program. Officer Cambronero established a safe, effective line of communication with the subject while other officers positioned themselves for support. Officer Cambronero remained calm, patient, compassionate, and professional with the subject in crisis. She was able to get the subject to drop the knife so that the subject could be placed into custody and transported for a psychiatric evaluation. Because of her actions that day and her commitment to those in crisis, Officer Jessica Cambronero has been assigned to the Roselle Park Police Department Attorney General Arrive Together program. The Arrive Together program pairs New Jersey law enforcement with a certified mental health screener to respond to 911 calls for behavioral health crisis. For her actions on November 10, 2022, and for many other acts of service, Officer Jessica Cambronero is a true hero, a role model for all law enforcement officers, and was awarded the 2022 CIT New Jersey Officer of the Year Award, along with a unit citation for the other officers that I mentioned for that job that day. But I think that's very impressive. It's definitely a good program with the CIT that they're doing. This Arrive Together program that we've been working with has got an extended stay for us for another 6 months, and they actually joined forces with agencies from the west side of the county and also the east side of the county. So it's broken up into two, and we almost have a crisis, a mental health screener riding with an officer every day of the week, which is great. And we signed on with an MOU with all those agencies so that if we don't have one in town that day, but we have a crisis that's involving a Roselle Park resident or somebody in Roselle Park, we can call out to that agency. They would come over and help us that day, so you don't have to wait for a mental health screener, which I think is tremendous. Secondly, just one of the things that was in my report and I want to comment on was the Officers Unity Tour. Myself, Captain Wintermute, Officer Carbonero, we responded to Parsippany Hilton on May 9th, where we met with Sergeant Joshua Madrano, Corporal Theodore Cott, and Officer Brian Matthews, who are getting ready to participate in a law enforcement unity tour with the police officers from all over the country. These officers rode their bicycles from this location in Parsippany down to Washington, D.C., which took about 4 days, where the law enforcement memorial is located that honors all officers that were killed in the line of duty all over the country. I'm so very proud of these officers, and they definitely represented this agency well and this town with professionalism, pride, and integrity. If anybody has any questions on any of the other issues that I put in the report, just, reach out to me. If anybody resident-wise needs to get a hold of me, my direct line at my office is 908-245-2311.
Any questions for the police chief?
Yeah, I just want to thank you again for that study on Chardon Avenue. I appreciate it.
You're
and
welcome.
for meeting me and the mayor and the resident. I will let her know what the report says, but I want to thank you.
I'm definitely glad, like the other recent reports that we had, that there's not a speeding issue
Right.
on these streets, and when you see it in black and white and see the stats, the numbers don't lie. They're actual, data that we're receiving. That's why we do it, to educate the public, because like I said before, and I've said it to a bunch of the other council people up here, you get that call, resident complaining about somebody speeding all the time. And listen, you're on that quiet block, you're on that quiet street. You don't have that certification like the police officers do, that we go through training for like a 40-hour work week, where we're learning to see how fast a car is going. And we don't rely on radar to do that. We rely on our visual observations first, and then secondly, we then look at the radar to confirm our suspicions of the speeding. So without that expertise, it may seem like somebody is speeding, but they're actually not. But I'm happy to take care of that for you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
No
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Chief.
I saw it too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chief, I
Yes, sir.
just want to say thank you for Faytut. You had handled a couple concerns regarding the speeding issue,
Yep.
and Faytut and West Lincoln, the possibility of a crossing guard there at Aldine School. So
Yep,
I wanna thank you for that.
we're still working on the data
Yep.
from that location to see how many kids are actually crossing, and probably open to talking about it offline to see if a crossing guard is needed for next September. Definitely open to it.
Appreciate it.
And then
Thank
I
you.
know the mayor reached out to me today. There's some speeding issues on Faytut also by Aldine Park.
Aldine Park, correct.
So for the next 2 weeks, you'll see a car out there during the times that we talked about. I think it was 7:45 to 8:45. You'll see somebody run a radar out there.
Good.
In the evening, it was the majority of the time that they said they expressed the speeding. And then I also, in collaboration with the county, talked to them. They have details that run out all the time. I had them do it on Galloping Hill for Councilman Petrosky, where the county and also our own officers were spending time on Galloping Hill Road doing the radar, so I can surely do that the same for Faytut.
Appreciate that.
No worries.
Thanks, Chief.
No worries.
I just want to say thank you for East Webster Avenue. I asked Chief to put something out there for the speed radar, and you followed through with it. And the neighbor there really thanked me up and down, and I was like, no, we got to just thank you to you. So
No
I
worries.
appreciate you. Thank
That's what
you.
we're here for, to help each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, great job as always, Chief.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor, if I could just,
Yeah.
I just want to make 2 notes. I was actually accidentally at that scene that involved Officer Cameron Arrow and the suicidal individual. I was driving Chief McCaffrey at the time. We were looking at the Meridia project, and the call came in, so I actually drove him there. I would say I encourage everyone to see something like this in person, but I hope nobody ever has to. It was absolutely incredible to watch it from the parking lot. It was like watching the news, but you're watching in real life. Phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal job, right? It just shows what training can do when put into real life.
Absolutely.
And you just hope you never have to see it. But kudos to the whole department,
Yeah.
everybody involved in that, and well-deserved award. Also want to note and thank you, Chief, for having your officers apply for the click it or ticket. I know the governing body recognized that at the last meeting, but you don't report at the second meeting. So it's a grant that we haven't received in years, and we're glad to have received $7,000 this year toward that initiative. So happy to make glad that you guys were able to secure that money for us to make the roads here a little bit safer. So just all around, thank you, and very impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a good night, Chief.
Thanks.
And Chief Thompson, the fire chief, had to do something with his family tonight, so I have a brief report from him. Members, Mayor and Council, here's my report. So I'd like to thank the members for their continued dedication to Roselle Park and surrounding communities. The Roselle Park Fire Department responded to 2 3-alarm fires in the past week, one in Linden and Tuesday evening in Kenworth. We are actively recruiting new fire patrol members. The Department and Fire Prevention hosted the After the Fire program at the high school with the seniors in May. We'd like to thank everybody who attended the Roselle Park Fire Department Memorial Service. The department is preparing summer months, including partaking in the Police Youth Academy in town and the fireworks for July 1st. We'll have 3 cool-down events on the 11th of July, 18th of July, and the 25th of July, cool-down events. And congratulations to Thomas Jaskula and Patrick Haas on their upcoming graduations from the Roselle Park High School. That's from the fire chief. And Andrew, do you have a report or anything?
Yes, Mayor. Just very quickly, we do have 2 bids for construction projects coming in next Thursday. This will include the Clay Avenue project, which is a CDBG, partially CDBG-funded project. We also have Webster Avenue and a portion of Webster Avenue and a portion of Beechwood Avenue also coming in. So we're looking forward to receiving the bids next Thursday. Hopefully, we'll have something positive to report and for you to react in terms of an award at the next meeting on the 15th. Also want to note, we do have the primary election coming up on Tuesday. Early voting begins tomorrow. The nearest early voting location for Roselle Park is in Roselle at the Amalfi Center at 1268 Schaefer Avenue. Early voting will take place tomorrow, June 2nd, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, June 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, June 4th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday, there is no early voting, and Election Day is on Tuesday, June 6th. A reminder for everybody, we did put out some communications today from the borough. The first ward polling place has changed. It was moved from the Sherman Avenue Firehouse. It is now here in this room at Borough Hall and Council Chambers. The second ward polling place is unchanged at the library, third ward unchanged at the Cassano Center, fourth ward unchanged at the middle school, and fifth ward is unchanged at Aldine School. If anybody has a vote by mail ballot, I would encourage you not to mail it. I would encourage you to drop it in the drop box at 535 Laurel Avenue in front of the Union County Emergency Services Building. That is the safest, most effective way to make sure that your ballot gets to where it needs to go by election, by the deadline for ballot receipts for this election. And again, the primary election is this coming Tuesday, June 6th. Polls are open here from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
May I have a motion to accept the reports of all department heads as submitted?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There are no ordinances for second reading this evening. Mr. Clerk, please read the ordinance 2730 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2730 is an ordinance for introduction, ordinance amending Chapter 10, Section 4, Subsection 4.1 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Recreation Fees Enumerated to establish a fee schedule for the Rec Riders Summer Program.
I have a motion to approve ordinance 2730 for introduction and fix the date for the second reading and public hearing as June 15th, 2023.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
Acting Mayor Signorello.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative. Mayor, the ordinance is introduced.
All matters listed with the asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requested, in which case the item will be removed from consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of their general orders. Mr. Clerk, please call the resolutions by title.
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 143-23 is authorizing the Borough Clerk to auction unclaimed bicycles. Resolution 144-23 is authorizing the Borough Clerk to auction unclaimed vehicles. Resolution 145-23 is accepting the resignation of Christy Kaczynski from the position of Junior Police Records Clerk. Resolution 146-23 is authorizing a $25,000 increase to the professional services contract with Municipal and Consulting Engineers LLP as municipal planner for the year 2023, reflecting a revised contract not to exceed $30,000. Resolution 147-23 is authorizing renewal of alcoholic beverage control license number 2015-33-106, Ocean Castle, Inc., doing business as Vintage Italian Restaurant and Catering for the 2023-2024 licensing term. And Resolution 148-23 is granting permission for the display of fireworks by Celebration Fireworks, Inc. in connection with the Borough of Roselle Park's 2023 Independence Day celebration in conformity with Section 5601-243 of the Fire Code of the State of New Jersey, IFC 2015.
Do any members wish to have any items removed from the consent agenda? May I have a motion to approve the resolutions remaining on the consent agenda?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'd like to have reports from the Borough Council. Councilman Johnson.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Mayor. My report is going to be real short. Just a couple of announcements. The first announcement is the Roselle Park Diversity and Inclusion Committee will be presenting a karaoke night for Pride, music, food, giveaways, June 8th, 2023. Be there 7 to 10. All are invited. So I did have a few people reach out, and they thought it was just like exclusively or did not include kids. No, please, it's a community event. My second announcement is Roselle Park Diversity and Inclusion Committee will be hosting its first annual Juneteenth Festival, Saturday, June 17th, from 5 to 9 at Michael Morey Gazebo Park. Again, food, live entertainment, beer garden, games, etc. So please, we're also looking for volunteers. So please reach out online or to the chair, Chris Monroe. Lastly, I just wanted to ask you, Andrew, was there an update regarding the trees? And if there aren't or is there, where are we at?
I still need to put them out to bid. We do have the list finalized, and I've met with the Environmental Commission chair. Every month, we have a new standing meeting at the end of every month. So we have the species recommendations, and we'll be going out to bid within the next week.
Okay. Thank you. Other than that, Mayor, that concludes my report. You can get in contact with me at 908-303-1519, or you can email me at gjohnson@rosellepark.net, and that concludes my report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Joe Petrowski.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to my sister-in-law, Diane Petrucci Sanduria. She was a 1961 graduate of Roselle Park High School. Anthony Randinelli, a 1952 graduate. He was an all-state basketball player in 1952, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame for Roselle Park. Beth Fusco Sharp. I attended the Memorial Day Parade. Again, I want to congratulate Vic Fuso for being our Grand Marshal and everything. And I also want to thank the committee for the Hometown Heroes. Also, I want to thank my counterpart over here for his service to this service. And
Thank you.
your picture looks great up there, okay?
Do I still look like that?
No, you changed a lot. Like I said before, it was an honor to see my father up there. I'm sure, Mayor, you feel the same about your dad. My father didn't talk much about his time in the service. The only thing I always remember him saying, he was in there for 2 years and 2 days and everything. And like I said, he didn't talk much about it, but as his son, I really appreciate his service. And also, I stopped down at the 600 block of Sherman on Tuesday night, and I'd seen the mayor down there, acting mayor was there, and I was told his son was there before. But I want to appreciate, Andrew, you were there for a long time, and Paul was also there. So, again, I goes out to the residents of the 600 block. Was, the noise was loud. I think I left at 12:30 in the morning, and it was still pretty loud. So, and also, if you need to contact me, you can get me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821. That's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Roseanne?
Hello, everyone. Happy June. I just want to read something because June is my favorite month. It says here, joy finds you when you understand your value, nourish your need, even when it feels hard. And then it also says here, June is the best month to remind you that you are enough. The sun shines for you, the birds sing for you, the flowers bloom for you. So don't forget to smile for you. Just a little thing. Okay, so I loved the Hometown Heroes and the display, and that was so awesome to see everybody who was involved, because we get to see pieces, but everybody really coming together, getting an idea, hearing the story, doing it in action, being able to honor and celebrate people is really awesome. And to see the community come together, I really am so inspired, and we need to really just bring that forth in everything that we do. And I really feel as a team we do that, and we will continue to. And as a town, I really love doing that. I also want to say the Memorial Day Parade again was just, it was beautiful. It's humbling, it's somber, but coming together, it's just, we felt like family that day. It was beautiful service. I did go to the Community Affairs and Public Events Committee meeting. It was last night. There's a lot of things going on in Roselle Park. I definitely encourage and remind, if anybody is watching, download the My Roselle Park app. Everywhere I go, I usually tell everybody in Roselle Park, and I've gotten a few people as I was knocking on doors the past week, still giving out those welcome packets. They're 30-something in my car. But I met so many awesome people for the first time, and it was beautiful to see new faces. Like I had mentioned, Chief Reno really followed through with setting up a speed radar on East Webster Avenue. Someone actually emailed me, and we were able to just put it out there and see, if we can really help out on that street if anything is going on. I did visit the rec center, the youth center, and visited John Ranieri a couple weeks ago. I went and saw the youth there, and I was interviewing them of why they like it, and everybody was running towards me. It was so cool. They were so excited. The kids were just really excited to share how happy they are. So it's awesome to know that we have that in our town. I also want to highlight Land's Music. I did meet with them. Rupert and I are doing something really special. So remember this in July. We are going to be hosting, it's called, hold on, Roselle Park Summer Nights Open Mic at the Gazebo. So every Wednesday starting July 12th through August 2nd, we're going to be having, and we'll be sending that to you, Andrew, sooner than later. This is just a little preview for it. But it's going to be awesome. There's going to be a sign up. Just look out for it. We're going to be posting it everywhere and having the kids that are at Land's Music highlighted, intertwined, but we're going to have some comedy, poetry, singing. Bring your talent. Roselle Park wants to see it. So that's going to be fun. And
What time is that?
That's from 6:30 to 9. So I know the farmer's market is going to be.
The parking's not going to be 50-50, but that should be all right.
Yeah, but we
We already coordinated with the coordinator of the farmer's market, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just letting everyone know.
She knows.
She's
It's on
bought in.
Wednesdays.
All right.
Wednesday nights.
You can sing when she leaves.
I would love her to. I'm signing her up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, but I think it's going to be in tune with that because if there's anybody that's there and wants to
Oh,
stick around or a
great.
food truck, I think it's just going to flow. So hopefully it'll work out that way. Yeah, and then just a reminder, I know Paul mentioned it, but I was looking it up also. The bulk is coming up. So July 15th, east side, July 16th, west side.
June.
June, sorry. Or June 15th, June 16th. And then ladies, I did not forget about you. I just want to let you guys know I'm going to be sending out, in the next day or two. We have some things coming up, coffee meetups, a walking club, pour and paint. I have a comedy show coming to town called the Survival Tour, and also a possible thing that we can serve together, and that's going to be happening for the rest of the year. So please, I am going to be sending an email, and if you guys want to send me information on other women to reach out to, please do. And contact me, 908-726-8773, or rlyons@rosellepark.net. Thanks.
Thank you, Roseanne. Councilman Patel.
Good evening. I just want to recognize June as a Pride Month, and Roselle Park 24/7 will be hosting Pride Fest event on June 16th from 6:30 to 9:30 at Iorio Deli. Monday, I attended the Memorial Day Parade along with the council members. Last year, I attended as a candidate and now as a council member. It was an honor and a powerful reminder of sacrifice made by our brave servicemen and women, and the importance of honoring their memory. Thank you to all who participate in the parade. The Hometown's Hero banner second wave will be installed by Independence Day. Just want to highlight a few events. New Jersey Vehicle Commission Agency on the Wheels. June's registration is now open and can be found on Borough's Facebook page. For more details, please contact the Casanos Community Center at 908-245-0666. Registrations for Rose Park Spring 2023 Borough-wide garage sale is open, and the form can be found on Borough's social media or Roselle Park website. It will be on June 10th and June 11th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Waste, like mentioned, pickup will be on June 15th, west side, and June 16th, east side. And that concludes my report. If you need to get in contact with me, you can email me at kpatel@rosellepark.net. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Jay.
Good evening, Acting Mayor, colleagues, and good evening, Roselle Park. In addition to joining the rest of the governing body at Monday's memorial service and parade, which as always was very well organized and yet another successful event, my thanks go to Director Shaw, borough staff, including DPW, the police department, fire department, along with all the groups and organizations who participated. While Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer, may we always remember and honor all the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for the liberties and freedoms we enjoy daily. And thank you to my colleague, Councilman Greg Johnson, who spearheaded the effort to ensure our living, missing, and fallen war heroes and service members are remembered right here in our hometown. Thank you, Councilman, for this tribute to honor those Americans who served in all conflicts and wars. Yesterday, I attended the Municipal Land Use Board meeting. Last couple weeks, I've been contacted by constituents in and out of the 5th Ward for a number of concerns, including speeding, street repaving, grass cutting in our parks and public spaces, along with pedestrian and bike safety concerns on Faytute and West Lincoln. Traffic calming measures, bike and pedestrian safety are issues near and dear that I've been advocating for since before being up here, and I'll continue to advocate for them on behalf of the families and residents in the 5th Ward. As a result of advocacy efforts, collaboration, and public input, the borough will be rolling out a refresh of yellow curbing at various intersections, red reflective stripes on existing stop signs and U-channel poles, and the deployment of rapid flashing beacons at some of the most highly trafficked areas that include pedestrian crossings. I'd like to thank B.A. Casais and Mayor Signorello for working with me, recognizing and ultimately approving these initiatives. Councilman Johnson for your partnership, passion, voice, and support. And thank you to Chief Freno for your cooperation on Faytoot and West Lincoln as we seek to possibly deploy additional crossing guard posts for the upcoming school year at that location, and for monitoring speeding concerns on Faytoot as he discussed earlier. Note Thursday, June 15th, 6:30 p.m., the Special Education Parent Advisory Group, CPAG, will be hosting their final meeting of the school year at the sensory-friendly playground at Loretti Park on Faytoot Avenue, across from Aldine Park. Wanted to appreciate and say thanks to Cranford Dairy Queen for their collaboration and partnership in donating 50 free small coupons to CPAG and 50 to the Roselle Park Veterans Memorial Library in support of their reading program. Councilwoman Lyons, as liaison to the board.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's awesome.
It's only appropriate I present and share these with you for the library team.
Great.
The new date, keep in mind the new date for the Tour de Roselle Park and Bike Clinic is Saturday, June 24th. It'll be the same time, 12:30 to 1:30 for the bike ride, and 1:30 to 3:30 for the bike clinic. Union County Youth Services, AAA Northeast, Easy Ride, New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition, Roselle Park Police Department, and more will be on hand with safety info, helmets, and giveaways for kids and young adults. And another save the date, as the temperatures rise, the following Tuesdays in July at 6:30 will be our third annual community cool down and training sessions for our volunteer fire department. So July 11th, 18th, and 25th at 6:30 p.m. Bring your bathing gear and a towel and cool off on the refreshing showers at the newly paved Woolfield parking lot to the left of the DPW and just across from the high school. June is Pride Month, PTSD Awareness, Gun Violence Awareness Month, Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. We also recognize Juneteenth on the 19th, and we remember the largest seaborne invasion in the history of warfare, D-Day, which occurred on June 6, 1944, and led to the Allied forces defeating Hitler and his Nazi forces. So folks, to wrap up, be accepting, be kind, be patient, be vigilant, and safe if you own and carry a firearm. Never forget the sacrifice of all who literally built our nation and those who gave their lives fighting to protect it and our allies from evil. Fifth Ward, I'm here for you at 862-236-0019, Jay Rabina at rosellepark.net. Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman. So I'll just have a couple of brief items, repeating some what you folks have. You know, the Memorial Day Parade, and hats off to Vic Fuso, who's honored to he had for the Grand Marshal for the parade. I want to tell a little story that inspired one of the fellows that came with a friend of mine from the county police with the wrecker truck from the county police. What he heard about me, you know, going to these parades for all these years and honoring, take 3 hours every year for the folks to sacrifice for us, and I try to attend this service every year, and he says I have to come, and he brought the truck and got it ready for the parade. Amen to the paving on Colfax and Pine Street and Filbert and a little bit in the West End over there. Unfortunately, we had a little hiccup today where we found, but whew, I'm so happy we're coming to a closure to get these roads paved. My sister lives on Colfax, and can't tell you how many times just bumpy ride. So I don't even know how long when we started. So thank you. Years. I attended the fire department memorial service, another somber evening. Weather was good, and I'm glad to the folks that came to that memorial service. You heard the fire chief's report. I was at the fire in Kenilworth the other day, and it's nice to be a good neighbor to Kenilworth. We help each other out. I've been saying this for years through the fire service. We have a good mutual aid service in the county, but Roselle Park and Kenilworth work hand in hand together, and proud that the Roselle Park firemen would help Kenilworth the other day. And I unfortunately stopped by the sewer issue in the 600 block. And I was telling Andrew the other day, I don't know, we go 1 foot forward and 2 feet backwards every now and then, and it's just a shame that road was paved about a year and a half ago, and it happened. But what are you going to do? So, other than that, That's the end of my report. You need me, jsignorella@rosellepark.net. All right, where are we, Andrew? Yeah, public, yes. Thank you. May I have a motion to open a public portion on any subject?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If you would like to speak, please come up forward to the microphone, state your name and address for the record.
Good evening. Mary Ann Brenner, 141 Charlotte Terrace. Just three quick things. Greg, I do want to thank you as a member of the Hometown Heroes place. My daddy's up there, and I found out he's on post 29, and he was in the 29th Infantry Division that landed at D-Day.
Wow.
So I was like very, very happy about that he is in that spot and that he's there, and he's got this really cute grin, and I don't know why, because he went that day. I think the picture was taken the day before, so I think either, like June 3rd or 4th was when that picture was taken. So I'd like to thank you for doing that. And he's a humble man. He's not with us anymore, and he would be mortified that it was up there, but I'm proud that he's there. So,
Thank you. That means
that's a good thing.
Beautiful.
Moving forward, the Memorial Day Parade, I just want to let everybody know that the Memorial Day Parade was the debut of our Roselle Park High School marching band's brand-new uniforms that they worked hard to raise money for, and they look great. And we're going to have a great show this year. I happen to be one of the color guard instructors, so, hopefully when you come out to the football games, you'll be able to see. This coming June 9th, not tomorrow, Friday, but the following Friday will be the 40th anniversary of the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics. That does run through Roselle Park. It starts at Wakefern Food in Elizabeth at 10:30. It goes from Elizabeth to Roselle. It comes over Walnut Street Bridge into Roselle Park, runs on Route 28, and it makes a right on Faytute after Assumption Church, and then goes into Kenilworth. So if you want to come out and support, it is run by over 3,000 police officers around the state of New Jersey. There are 26 legs of this run. I have been involved with the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics for 38 out of these 40 years. It's something I'm very, very proud of. We are called the Guardians of the Flame. At the end of the day, the torches all come together in the College of New Jersey, and it is publicized. If you need any more information or would like to donate to the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics, it is letr@sonj.org. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you. May I have a motion to close the public portion on any subject?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There are no items for closed session. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good job, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3.